Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. If you remember, we were making this background, which was all on one sheet of A4, and I have now taken it. So let's just put this sort of in. It's not quite in the right position, but I can just show you how I've managed to get. There you go, sheet of A4, and I've managed to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards out of it. So what I've done is, and if you remember, we were doing all sorts of things with it. I did do some stenciling over the top, but any of your what I call messy backgrounds, so this one I've just stenciled Christmas bells and 25 for Christmas Day. And these are just sort of random, so not traditional Christmas cards, because again I was thinking, well, not everybody does traditional. We've always got bits and pieces left over, so I'm just finishing off these. I've put black around the edges so we don't have to mat it anymore, and if you look back you can see how I did it, and I'm just going to add just a little bit of glitter on here. So this is like glitter glue, and I'm just adding some here along some of these little black lines that we did to just add a little bit of colour on here. And I'll do this on some of the other ones as well. So I'm just literally just putting a little bit of gold sparkle in on them, and then they can dry while we're doing the other bits. This one again can come down on here. So these are just some of the lines, and I'll do this on the wavy line to just, as I say, add a little bit of sparkle because it's Christmas. So basically what I'm telling you is that any of your experimental papers, things like that, that you go, I'm not that keen on, use them. Don't throw anything away. Always use it, you know, because you can use it for all sorts of things, and backgrounds are really good. So I just wanted to show you that you can use it however you want to. So I'm just, as I say, adding a little bit of sparkle on this. And as I say, this I just did all sorts of weird and wonderful patterns and things on it, and it's just come out as what I call a messy background, but that'll work really, really well. So we're going to make 5 cards. So let's start with the smallest ones first. So these are just standard card sizes, and I'm going to put, whoops, there's me trying not to get the glue on. I probably should have waited a bit longer for it to dry, but it doesn't matter too much because I've done quite a bit of the prep work for you. Again, it is all about just giving you ideas so that you can then use them. And okay, so let's put, I'm going to have this bit at the bottom, I think, like that. So I'm just going to stick that in as near to the center as I can and just put that in like that. Okay, I'm trying to avoid the bits that I've got the glue on because I don't think that'll work very well. So that's number 1, and this is going to be number 2. And again, I quite like doing what I call clean and simple cards. So I'm also going to show you some of my favourite Stampin' Up stamps. So this one is going to have this one at the top. And I've done one on cream and one on white because then, as I say, it just makes a little bit of difference on there. And as I say, because I've got this glue on here, I don't want to really be pressing it down too much. You know, normally I'd turn it over and press it down, but I think hopefully it's going to stick down. It should do. As I say, I should have done the glue beforehand as well. So there we are. We've got 2 card bases, really pretty to do whatever you want on them. And I have got, so I shall bring in the pieces that I've already cut down, and I shall show you my favourite Stampin' Up products. So this, oh what fun, one of my favourite sentiment stamps of all time, because you've got "Oh What Fun," "Jolly," "From Santa," "To and Froms," "Don't Open Till Christmas," "Wishing You a Sweet Season" for doing all those chocolates and things you want to send, "Happy Christmas," "No Peeking," "Ho Ho." It's got everything. So this is my go-to one that I use all the time. I love these little tiny bits as well, because you can do so much with tiny little pieces, which I've shown you before, but I'm sure I'll show you some more this year as well. So that's that one. Then we have, and I'm just taking these ones that we're doing. So I have got this one, "Cherish the Season." My goodness, did I love that. Bells. Absolutely love bells. And it's got matching dies with it, which was called "Sounds of the Season" dies, and they make, so this is what we're going to put on one of them. They make these lovely bells, which I will show you later on. And one of my other all-time favourites, you'll have to tell me what your favourite Christmas ones are, because I'm sure I've got them, were the ornament keepsakes. 2 of them. So it was a 2 set. All of these lovely baubles. Hopefully it's not shining too much. And then matching dies for them all. And this was, as I say, is one that I bring out every single year. Excuse me. Because I really love it. So we've got this stuck down now. So I'm going to do, on this one, I'm going to do a, I don't think it really matters which one we choose. Let's choose one long one. Maybe like that. And we'll choose a round one. So like that. And then I'm going to have, this is the little embellishment part, which I've just embossed and then just cut out. There's dies to cut this out, and this fits a 1-inch punch, so you can do it that way. So let's just put, whoops, this is going to come in like, in fact, I could put a little dimensional up for that, couldn't I? Let me have a look. I got my, here we go, put some dimensionals in on here. So let's just grab, and we'll put these on top with a little dimensional to give it a little bit of height, which I think will look quite good. So we'll pop that one on there. Whoops. See if I can take the edge off it. There we are. That's going to go in on the center like that. And then this one is going to come in like this. I do love, as I say, this stamp and die set. It is one of my absolute favorites, because whatever color you want to do, so you know, do it traditional, do it however you want, and I'm sure a lot of you will go, oh yes, I've got that one, haven't used it for years. Now, do I put that up with dimensionals, or just do I lay it down? I'm just going to lay it down actually. I'm just making sure that that has glued on, which it has, which is good. So I want to put this one on, and I could put it up with dimensionals as well, but again, postage costs. I try to keep things as cost effective as possible, and I know that wherever you are in the world, the postage keeps going up and up and up and up. Well, it does in the UK. So that can go in on there like that. We can just stick that one down. This one can go up. Now, if you haven't got messy papers and things, just use some pretty pattern paper, designer series paper, whatever you've got. And I will measure it for you in a minute. It's not something that you really need to measure, because it's basically what you've got. So this was the bit that was cut over, but to just give you a rough idea, it is about 3 3¾ by, what do we on here? Just under 3, 2 3/4, something like that. But as I say, do it however you want. Okay, so next thing is sentiment. Now, if you're making multiple cards, this is a good way of doing it. Get all your prep work done beforehand, and then you can see. So I turned around and said that this sentiment was one of my favorites, or that die set was, stamp set rather. So I've got a Merry Christmas on here, which would actually work. I think that will actually work nicely on that one, won't it? Because that can go in on the bottom of there. So I think that'll work there. And I've got a 'Tis the Season on this one. Shall I have 'Tis the Season and make it bigger? Like that? It'd work, it just doesn't balance it perfectly, does it? Shall we put Merry Wishes again? And we'll have Merry Wishes just coming in. It's going to come in over part of the, yeah. I want this one on here. So that then it all is contained within the boundary of the stamp. So it gives that clean and simple look. So that can go on there like that. There we are, that's number one. And again, I could put some glitter around the edge if I wanted to. This one is really rather nice like this. And I'm not sure about, I really like putting sentiments and things across all my beautiful work on it. Do I put it in like that? Put Merry Christmas across on the corner, Merry Wishes across on the corner. Could put it down at the bottom. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to leave that as it is because I kind of like it as it is. And again, if you've got somebody who is doesn't celebrate Christmas as Christmas, that would work perfectly because you've got the background on there. Okay, so that's those two. Let's put those to one side. Let's take the next two like this out. And these ones are larger ones. So what have I got on here? This is going to be 25 and holly. So, but we haven't quite got holly on there. So let me just have a look on here. Now I've done this on quite heavy cardstock, so it's going to need a bit of a bend to get it on there. Now, do I have this on the white or the cream? This is going to go on to the cream, I think. Let me just get that in like that. And I think most of my glue has dried enough now. So that can go in on there. And we'll take this one on here. So that's got, you've got the little bit of the hole without the Y on there. Glue this one in like this. So again, if you're doing multiple cards, a good way of doing it is to prep everything beforehand. So cut all your bases. Whether it's pattern paper, whether it's your own messy papers and stuff that you've done, however you want to do it. And I've just realised that this one, although it doesn't really matter, I've just made sure that these words are going in the right direction. This one is actually upside down, but because we've got the holly, doesn't really matter that much because we can cover it up quite a bit. So these two again are going to have these baubles on because I've got quite a few of those. So let me just have a look on this. We're going to have that long one on there, I think. Am I? Or am I going to have it the other way around? If I put that one on there and that one on there. No, I want it the other way. So that's going to come on there. That's going to come on there. And then we've got this one that goes in like that. And I should have another round one somewhere. What have I done with the other round one? Here we are. That's the other round one, can go in on there. Okay, so we want a dimensional in on this one. And again, I've just done one of each one of these lovely the different patterns of these baubles. And as I say, you know, you can keep it really clean and simple if you wanted to, and just put them onto, you know, plain card, or just mount it up. You can do it white on white, you can do it gold on gold, you can do so much with these. And as I say, if you've got them, you can also make an amazing tree decoration as well, you know, a hanging decoration. You know, just Google that set, and you'll, or YouTube it, and you'd be amazed all of the different types that there are on there. So you can see why it comes out for me every year. I absolutely adore this set because it is just, it's timeless. It really is timeless. So this one is going to go in like this, in on here. But then I want to have quite a big, I think, I don't even know if I might, let's just take this off a bit, and let's put, shall we have, I might bring it down a bit. Let's put, I'm going to do it that way. I like this one on here. So this is quite big. So I'm just going to put this one in. I could put these up with dimensionals, but as I said, I'm posting all of these, so I don't want to be having a lot. So let's put that up like that in there. That's got my Happy Christmas on. Then I can put this one up and just put a little bit more glue on here because I've just moved it about a bit. And we'll pop this one in here like that. There we go. So that's got the big sentiment on like that, but you can see how if you balance it, you can put big sentiments. This one is going to have, I don't know whether to have Oh What Fun in here. I think I'm going to have Oh What Fun on that one, and this one, I don't want to Merry Wishes, we'll have 'Tis the Season. So let's put 'Tis the Season on this one. That can go out of the way for a minute. Put that, oh dear, excuse the noise of my dog, the neighbours taking their dog out, so my dog is going to bark, and she knows I won't shout at her if I'm doing my videos, so she has to have a little noise, because the neighbours, when they take their dog out, when he gets home from work, his dogs bark and bark and bark and bark and bark. So I think that's going to come about like that. And I want this one in above. Yes, I do. Okay, so that's going to come there. This one is going to come in over the top. And we'll put this in on here. So as I say, you know, you can use, as long as you sort of bring in your colours, you can use whatever you want for Christmas time. Okay, so that's that one. So that's 4. And then this is the largest one, so that's going to be number 5. Where's the card base for this? What have I done with it? 1, 2. I don't want to get these on the bottom one because they've still got glue on there. 3, 4. Here we go. It's in on here. So let's just get that out for a minute. Put those back in over here. Just wait because that gold glue hasn't quite done. So this is going to come this way on, because I've done Christmas 25 and I've done bells, because we're going to have those gorgeous bells on there. And as I say, it is, you know, have a look through your cupboards and see what you've got that you haven't used for a few years. That, you know, we're all very good at buying new all the time. And don't get me wrong, I'm part of the design team for Indigo Blue, so I am promoting, you know, quite a few new things that come out, but don't forget what you've already got in your cupboards and on your shelves that you go like, oh, I'd forgotten all about that one. It's in the bottom of this cupboard and I haven't used it at all this year, and I didn't use it last year, so I'm going to get it out and I'm going to use it for Christmas this year and make some cards with it and just make it different. You know, I've not made a card like this before, but I think it's quite fun. I do actually like. Now, I might, once this is all dried, I might have to just tighten it up a little bit. So that's got those on. And then we've got these beautiful bells that I was telling you about. And if you can see the embossing on there. Now, I've done this in mirror card. and we've got the 3 of these, and I just want to have them just sort of going across like this. 1, 2. What have I just done with that third one? Well, I don't know what I did with it. I'd had it a second ago, didn't I? Have I dropped it on the floor? Sometimes I do worry about myself. Oh no, it's hiding underneath it. Is it hiding underneath there? No, it's not. What on earth have I just done with that then? It must have fallen on the floor. Oh well. Oh, it's not. It's tucked underneath that one. There we go. I knew I'd taken one of each of the sizes. So I'm going to have, I think I'm going to have it that way round actually, because then we can have the bells bit on there. Just take that little piece out of there. So I'm going to glue them on because I don't want to have, as I say, too much height for postage. Because it's crazy, it all goes on the size of the card, so this bit, so if it's a little bit bigger than you'd want it to be, so I'm going to put that on. I've got to be careful because with mirror card, if you get your fingers on, you have fingerprints everywhere, which aren't very good. Now these, you can actually take those little holly bits out if you want to, but I want them in because they add that dimension. So I'm going to have this one in the middle like that. So that's that one, and then we'll have this little one. Let's take the little piece out of the center. But they are just beautiful bells, they really are. They're just lovely, and they've got the stamps as well, so you can stamp bells in. But this is just really nice because all you need to do is to just die cut it out, and there's lots of bells about on the market, so you know, if you haven't got this set, you've probably got another one. So let's just put that one in on there like that, and then I've got these little ones as well, so I want to have one end and one the other. Oh, I've got my sentiment. I need to put my Oh What Fun in first, don't I? Shall I have my Oh What Fun? I'm going to have my Oh What Fun at the bottom, so that doesn't matter because these are going to be at the top. So let's just get a little bit of glue out, and we'll have one coming off this way like that. And then we'll have one coming off the other end, and you can do these in different colors if you want to. I just wanted to have them all in the same mirror card. So we'll have this one going this way, so it can just pop up a little bit that way. Then we'll have these two against the middle one, so we've got a little bit of balance in on there. So one's going to come that side, like, whoops, that, which I haven't got my sticky fingers on, and this one can come up in on this side like this. Like that. And then we'll have the Oh What Fun down on the bottom. So it's quite fun to use, you know, to get some of your old sets out again and have a play. There we are. Oops, I've got sticky on my fingers because I've still got that glue in on there. So we now have 5. And as I say, I will put a little bit more of the gold on there, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this little one 5. So I say non-traditional colours, but which do you think are your favourites? For me, I like this one because I love the baubles on them. Let's bring it up this way and try and do it so it's not, I'm going to put it that way because if I do it that way it blinds you. I quite like that one. These two are very sort of, you know, straightforward, you know, nothing overly complicated on there. You've got a little bit of bling on there and you've got a little bit of the sparkle on there. And then we've got these two with the sentiments, and that is my favourite. I just love the balance of that, and I love the colour coming in. It reminds me of stained glass windows in a church, which have all of those different beautiful colours coming through. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.